And during the countdown, streamers, welcome. People who are not yet streamers, welcome. We are going to tackle the question of what is the difference between all of the different possible video services that you can use today. And we'll get into a training here in just a few minutes. But first, I want to say hi and announce something special that we really haven't had a chance to officially announce. This is now a brand new Ecamm and Live Streaming Pros combo awesome show. I don't know what the official phrasing for that would be, but it is called Go Live Now. We don't quite have assets for it yet. We're taking it one step at a time. Y'all will start to see it in progress. And I actually want to tell you, if you are starting something, it doesn't have to be perfect. Katie and I from Ecamm have been working on this show, so I've got a hair in my face right now, but we don't have everything put together in the way that we would like it to be to launch a new show. But guess what? That doesn't matter, right? You just get started and you go and you tweak and you improve over time, right? Exactly. Teamwork for the win. So Go Live Now is the name of this new Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific show. That's 1 p.m. Eastern. And I don't even try and do live math, so I don't know what time that is, GMT. I'll let you guys fill us in. Hello, Daniel. Hello, everybody. I know that a lot of people were asking a bunch of questions regarding the countdown timer. So before we get into the training, I just want to tackle that for a second. So this is a native, I am using Ecamm today, by the way, obviously, but it is a native countdown timer. Ecamm has a native countdown timer. Now, the thing is that overlay and the visuals that come on that are done by our designer. You can do something similar. So there are tons of different countdown timer options in terms of what that looks like, how it feels. I'm going to do a video separate all about the what, the how, and the why, and all of that good stuff. So I promise you, I will take care of you from that perspective and showing you exactly how to accomplish it. Hello, Epic Cardboard Props. I need to check that channel out. That just sounds awesome. Yes, the countdown timer is in the overlays menu, so you can start there. They have the countdown timer there. You set the amount of time you want it to be for. You set the font and the size and all of that good stuff. And bam, you've got a timer. All right, so here is the deal. This is a new show, Go Live Now. Today we're tackling a specific training, and then we're gonna do Q&A after. So here's what I would request from you guys. I'm just gonna take my earbud out. I don't need to listen to music anymore. Here's what I'm gonna request for you guys. There's a lot of you in here, and there are varying different levels of knowledge. And so I would love for you to be a true community today. Help each other out. You may know some of this stuff. There are other people who don't know any of it. They're just jumping into video anything for the first time over the last couple of weeks. And so I would encourage those of you who do know some of the more higher end stuff to help each other out. While I'm going to go through the training, I'm just going to go, all right? I'm just going to pack your brain, and I'm just gonna go. And then afterwards, I will do Q&A. So our team is gathering the questions that I will miss during that. So keep them coming, keep talking to me, and I will go back and make sure that we're tackling everybody's. Okay? Yeah, Adam, I was supposed to go to a video creators conference. Exactly. It's now online. And so we're gonna talk through those possibilities, right? All right, so keep it coming. Are you guys ready to dig into this training? Give me a big yes in the comments. I am so very glad to have you guys here. And if you're new around me, by the way, hi, I'm Luria Petrucci, and I'm from Live Streaming Pros. I'm taking over the Ecamm channels, and I help you create professional live streams that are uniquely you. So we're going to dig in. Yes, you bet. Awesome. Let's do it. All right, so what is the difference between a virtual summit and a live stream and video conferencing software and webinars and all of the video things? So you have probably had to jump online and do things that you've never had to do at this point, and you might be a little confused or overwhelmed by all the service possibilities. You have to do conference calls as you work from home, or maybe you have to now run a virtual event, right? And you need to understand what virtual summits are, or maybe you have to do live streaming or get to. In my opinion, it's a get to. Or maybe you're looking at doing webinars for the first time, or heck, maybe now you just want to connect with some family and friends since you can't see them in person. So like here in Washington, we are on official lockdown. I can't go see anybody, especially my sister who's just like a street away. So, we want to connect with each other. So there are tons of tools, and I'm going to talk to you right now about what is right for you. I'm going to break down the different options and what each one is best for, and also talk about actual applications, like what applications should you be using for each purpose. All right, are you ready to dig in? We're doing this. Okay, so that is what we're going to talk about. I always forget that first slide. I don't know, silly me. Live streaming. Let's talk about live streaming. So we are going to talk about live streaming. We're going to talk about webinars. We're going to talk about virtual summits. We're going to talk about all the things. So first, live video. What is it exactly? Well, first and foremost, you're going to speak to the camera, right? Just like I am right now. And you're going to be able to reach people in mass. You're going to be able to reach out to a worldwide audience and help them or talk to them. Now, this is a one-way delivery, but it is a two-way conversation. Right now in the chat room, as you're watching this live stream, if you're watching it live, I see everybody chatting in the comments. They're having conversation with me, and I will talk to them back and forth here in a little bit. So the live streaming is live, as it implies, and it is not recorded. So let's talk about the pros of your live video. And this is what's so key, is that the connection. Live video offers the ability to be connected to people in a very powerful way. One of the best possible ways you can be connected, especially if you can't be on offline and in person, right? So people love live. They truly do. And you get to talk to bigger numbers of people at the same time. So that's really super helpful. It's very addictive. And it's easy to do on social media platforms. It can be done privately, by the way, on your own website as well. So you have a lot of flexibility here. And the quality range for live streaming ranges from easy and low quality, like super easy to do and low quality, to TV broadcast. You'd have the ability to look better than CNN or ABC or any of those. I'm not picking on anyone. But you have the ability to do exactly that. So replays are available immediately on social with live video, and with higher levels, and we'll talk about the levels here in a minute, you have the ability to actually record and have that live stream go out. So there are cons, though, with live streaming, right? This is, like I said, a two-way conversation, but it's not face-to-face. And so if you're looking for family gatherings or really face-to-face solutions, that will be another solution we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. And also, live video comes with a bit of fear factor. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't, but it tends to. Wait. Oh, I didn't. Oh man, I actually didn't have the whole pip over there. That's okay. It's live video. See, the fear factor, things go wrong and you can deal with it. You just keep moving. You didn't see my slide there for a second, but that's okay. You heard my voice and we're just going to keep moving right along, right? And it is okay to have things go wrong. I don't want you to be fearful of live video. It's a whole other topic entirely. But if you are feeling that, please tell me in the comments so that I can reach out to you privately and just make sure, or personally, and just make sure that you're feeling okay about it. I want you to feel okay about it because it is really, really powerful. So this is the most flexible option for sure. And it is wait, hold on. I missed a slide. Hold on. I got to find the right mouse. Hold on. I got a complicated setup here for a second. All right. There we go. Did we talk about this? Live streaming can be used for connecting with customers and growing a new audience for sure. It can be used for public webinars on social media. It can be used for virtual summits, virtual events, bringing customers or audiences on for a conversation, right? Or even interviews, okay? And I am standing to the person who is asking. So again, you see how flexible live video is. So I really want you to kind of hear that, and you're going to see throughout this conversation that live video is actually very flexible in a lot of different ways for a lot of different things that you're trying to accomplish, okay? So let's talk about the 4 levels of live streaming. I'm not gonna go super in depth on this, but these are the services that are available to you to do live video through, right? And the kind of the software and the gear, okay? So level 1 is to actually go live from your phone. You have everything that you need in order to go live quickly and easily, and that is your phone. So I would really encourage you to start there if you haven't started. Is there anybody here watching right now who has not done live video? Please let me know that. I would love to hear that. So then level 2 is a little bit of an easier way to go live from the desktop. You can literally go from Facebook.com. You can go to YouTube.com. You can use browser-based services where you're not downloading anything, and those look like BeLive, StreamYard, Lightstream. StreamYard is a great one. But here's the deal with browser-based level 2 services. It's not the best quality. However, right now you need to take quick action, right? So it's an okay place to start, but I really, really would prefer you as quickly as humanly possible to go to a level 3, which is adding software to your computer. And that is going to provide you with all of the bigger and better capabilities. So Ecamm is on the Mac, and vMix is on the PC. Those are our recommendations. OBS is a potential option, but we don't really like to suggest that one just because it's going to cause you problems. I promise you that. Ecamm is what I'm using today, and it is an incredible software. It really allows you to do all the cool things that you're seeing me do here today, right? We had a countdown timer. We've got the PIP, the picture-in-picture. I'm sharing my slides. I've got, fancy things that can come up on screen and things like that, right? So like all the things is that's really capable in these level 3 and level 4 softwares. So something to really consider. Okay, so by the way, we do have links in the description. So I would highly encourage you to click the link in the description to the page where I have all the links for what I'm talking about. I don't want you to have to like scramble to write notes, right? You're just like, I don't want you to feel that way. Click the link in the description. I've got it all there for you, okay? All right, let's keep moving. Level 4 is basically using the same software we just talked about, Ecamm on a Mac, vMix on a PC, and adding some pro gear for easier production. So I saw some of you asking, like, how are you doing all of this, the switching and all of that? So level 4 is like adding some extra things like this to allow me to switch between all of my cameras and add the assets and things like that to have an easier production at my fingertips, okay? So let's talk, I was just going to say, if you wanted to learn more about live streaming, how to get started and how to get all of this fancy stuff, we have step-by-step training for you. That link is in that description. So we'll take care of you from that point of view. All right, so let's go on to number 2, video conferencing apps. What exactly is a video conferencing app? These are private group conversations that allow you to have face-to-face interaction in real time. And those conversations are happening in real time. The conferences can be used for work meetings, right? So if you're working from home, now would be a perfect time to add one of these video conferencing solutions and be able to talk to people. It really helps you feel connected, but it is definitely a private situation. It allows you to have gatherings with family and friends. My sister just had a Zoom wedding. Not her, but she attended a wedding, and all of the attendees, since everybody's on quarantine, were there with everybody in Zoom. So it's a really fun kind of family and friends solution. And then you could do, funerals even. And yes, live streaming funerals is a thing. People are always like, what? Yeah, it's a thing. Also, summits are also a great possibility. Okay, so the pros of a video conferencing solution are that it's private. It's not public. You're not having to share everything that you say with the world. You can have group conversations. You can have recording capabilities. And then you can do one-way conferences this way as well. So you have a little bit of flexibility with that. And let's talk about the cons of video conferencing, is that it's not public, right? So it's a pro and a con because it's private, which is great for certain scenarios, but it's not going to grow your audience the same way that a live stream would. Does that make sense? Okay. And then the other con of video conferencing is that it is not as high quality. And so if you care about a recording that's super high quality, you're going to want to use something like what we've got going on here. But Zoom is the most popular video conferencing option. So yeah, you might as well just go with that one for video conferencing. But if you use something like what we're using here today, Ecamm or vMix on a PC, you're going to be able to do a lot more. Right? So you can actually, not more because you want to use Zoom, but in conjunction with Zoom, you can bring your video like this, right, into Zoom with some different setup options. That's a little bit more complicated. I'm not going to get into that today, but just know that that is a possibility. All right, so let's talk next about virtual summits. What is a virtual summit? Well, first and foremost, it is a private conference or event, right? So the attendees register for a virtual summit and it is private. They can be used for conferences, they can be used for events. And the pros of a virtual summit is that it is private, right? Again, when you want things to be private and not out there on social media, this is one option that's great. And you can run an entire event online through this scenario. You can book speakers back to back, you can do live, you can do recorded, whatever is necessary for your situation, for your event or for your conference. And you can grow your audience through summits. There's a particular format that my friend Naveed actually goes through with summits and talks about how you actually grow your audience through them. And you can also generate revenue through summits. So you can generate revenue through live streaming or anything else as well, but this is a really focused kind of process that you can go through that will allow you to increase your audience or your email list, for example, and your revenue. Let's talk about the cons. So the cons is that it's not good for reaching social audiences, right? You're not going to have the same social growth as you will because it is private and it takes a little bit of an extra setup process to it. So if you're trying to move quickly, I would go for, really simple, quick options. Some service options for video conferencing are Hey Summit, is a really popular one. And then also you've got Zoom as well. And you can also, by the way, just do a private page on your website with like Vimeo or YouTube Unlisted. We've done this in the past, and this works really well. It's a super simple, super quick way to do it as well. And you can have a little bit more control. You can host it on your website. I know a lot of people love that. Okay. And also, I just want to point out again, like I said earlier, you can bring your, video in, and you can kind of have a higher quality presentation that way as well. If you want to learn more about summits, Naveed, and he has a cheat sheet that basically gives you a lot of information about summits and what you need to know about them. So if this is sounding like, yes, I need to run an online conference or an event, then hey, you've got yourself covered there. So I would encourage you to download that. That is in the link that is in the description. So go download that and at least kind of get a better understanding for that. All right, so webinars is the fourth type of video system thing that you might want to be working on now as you're going through all of these transitions. What is a webinar? Well, essentially, it's really just a private training, and it is in a one-to-many delivery style, okay? And webinars can be used for essentially teaching in a very focused environment with no distractions, because people will always have distractions, but it encourages less distraction than doing a live stream on social. So if you need that kind of focused attention, that will really help out with that. Now, you could also be used for offering products and services. The pros of webinars is that it can really grow your email list very quickly, and it can offer really focused value, like I just said, and it can grow your revenue as well. But the cons of a webinar is that people are often skeptical about webinars. How many of you in the comments, let me know, how many of you have been to a webinar and you've been sorely disappointed because it just felt like pitch time, right? And that is a lot of people are changing that, and we certainly don't do webinars where it's just like pitch, 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 pitch. We don't like that, right? But you can actually have a lot of value going into those as well. But the other con is the setup time itself. Service options for this are, I wanted to make sure you knew Amy Porterfield. If you don't know Amy Porterfield and you're interested in learning webinars, definitely check her out. She has an amazing podcast. She has all kinds of free information on her website, and she will get you taken care of. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you the services. I had slides for them. They're not here, but they are on the link in the description. All right, so your service options for webinars are Demio, Easy Webinar, which is actually our preferred method, or you can actually do a private page on your website using Vimeo Live or YouTube Unlisted. Vimeo Live is a little bit more expensive. YouTube Unlisted has less control. So as you can see, with everything that you're doing, there are pros, there are cons, and you just need to balance those out with what is most important to you. So I would encourage you to actually think about, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? What are the most important things to me? Is it audience engagement? Is it private training? Is it face-to-face? Is it audience growth? What are the most important things to you? And then you'll be able to go through these lists and be like, okay, well, this offers this and that offers that, and this one is better for me, right? So hopefully that would really help you kind of clarify what you should be doing. And as you can see, through all of this stuff, live streaming is so much more flexible and allows you to do super simple setups or super high quality content in almost any form. So I would really encourage you to take advantage of that. And if you do want additional training and support along that line, we offer that. We have training workshops, and in order to take care of you guys in this crisis moment, we've lowered our price and we've given you some special options to take advantage of that and get step-by-step directions. That link is in the description as well. And that clears all of that up, I hope, for you. Now, remember, we are doing this new Ecamm show, go live now, every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And I'm going to move into Q&A now. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. Oh, wow. So many comments I saw come through. I am going to go backwards and we're going to tackle all of the questions that came through. Our team has been gathering up these questions and I want to make sure that you're well taken care of. Did that help you guys? Okay. So Deb says, thank you. Yes, Dean, I cannot wait for the Lively Bootcamp. That is Ecamm's conference and virtual summit. So you guys will definitely love what they're cooking up for you. I will be part of that. I will be training in that as well. All right. So you guys keep chatting and I'm going to go to my gathered questions and see what we can get for you. Darcy said over on the Ecamm channels, how do you put your presentation on the side of your video via Ecamm? So let me do a quick little demo for you guys. How does that sound? Does that sound fun? I love doing live demos. All right. So this is my screen. This is Ecamm. And you'll see like some people, kind of like have these control boxes like all over the place. I like to really like kind of clean them up and make them look all fancy and everything. But anyway, what we do is you have these scenes over here in this control box. It's the scenes window. And I've loaded in a pip, right? So my monitor, I have a monitor over here. And the monitor has my slides and I'm sharing my monitor. You can see I'm showing with this pip the secondary display. I can choose primary display and it would show my desktop. I could choose secondary screen. I can choose a specific app, et cetera, et cetera. So you have a lot of control from that. This itself, this outline is actually a designed transparent image from my graphic designer, Mr. Paul Dixon. He's magical. He's amazing. He does all of our graphics, except for the slides. I should have said that at the beginning. He did not get a chance to look at the slides, and he's probably killing me. I'm not allowed to do anything graphic oriented without him looking at it, but I did this one quickly. So you can kind of see how that is. And this box right here is a transparent image. This box right here is a transparent image. And I'm actually, I've got everybody, all the comments that I can throw up on screen, et cetera, et cetera. So you can actually just kind of like move back and forth between the main camera. You can move between, an asset, like a call to action. You could go full screen. You could do all the things. And I'm actually using my Stream Deck built into or connected to Ecamm so that I can actually control everything. Okay, hold on. David's calling. David likes to call and add to the training. Yes, David.
I'm not trying to add to the training. We've had several people asking questions, and I want to know too. Can you turn off the popping noise that's coming through from all the comments?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's been because I'm in demo mode. Yeah. I'll turn that.
No, it's not even you're in demo.
It's been this whole time?
Yeah.
No.
It just pops every time.
Did it go off? Did it go off?
No. Well, I don't know.
It should have gone off by now. I just turned it off.
It doesn't just do it when you're in demo mode.
No, I know. I just undid that.
Oh. Okay.
So
there is a button. Can you show people where to turn that off?
Sure. I am so sorry. I feel horrible. You guys should have told me that. You should have called me.
The slides look great.
The slides look great. Good. So here you actually just here. Where was I? Oh wait, no, I didn't turn it off, did I? Katie, where is that? Actually, I don't know off the top of my head where that one is. Okay, I'm gonna find that, and then Katie. I'm just like I've had it before. I just don't know where off the top of my head is. Lene says the popping isn't a big deal, but we were saying things about it in the chat. I know. I was trying to get through the training because what we do is actually like make this a recorded video. So I was trying to make sure the training was taken care of. Where'd you go? Here we go. Let's see. Okay, Katie's typing. Include Marskasser.
And also, some people are asking who Naveed was.
Sound effects. Sound effects. Hold on. Live demo mode. Okay, you go into preferences. General. Play sounds for certain actions. Says his comments arriving. Turn that off.
Show people what you did.
I did. I just did. Alrighty. Sounds good. Okay, that is how you do that. Now you should not hear any popping. Okay. Then we should be good. You good, David? You want to stay on for Q&A?
No, sure, but also you said Naveed's name, but you never really said who Naveed was.
Yeah, so Naveed is he's like the king of virtual summits. He teaches virtual summits, and he teaches you how to actually set them up, how to use them as a lead generator to grow your audience, your email list, and also how to make revenue from virtual summits. All right. Go on mute until you're ready to speak. What is that thing that they say to children? Don't talk unless you're spoken to. No knock knock anymore. Ryan, are you missing the knock knock? Aww. Oh, that was my total fault. I should have had that off. Oh, you missed the popping. Poor you guys. I'm sorry. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going with some questions. Yeah, okay. I answered Eddie. Guessing you have multiple monitors, or do you have two computers going on at the same time? Okay, so I just answered that question. I showed you kind of what I'm doing. That's my main iMac right here, and then I've got a second monitor that's doing the slides. Now, I will say this, guys, the way I have my transparent overlays and stuff, the design that we have is really important to us as a brand, but it does require just a little bit of fiddling around sometimes, depending on how you set up your overlays. Just be aware of that. Let's see. Joe, does Paul Dixon offer money? Oh, does Paul Dixon offer vMix graphic work to others for paid? Yes, he does. Although he is in high demand because he's magical and he does a lot of work for, creators, and we keep him quite busy. But so I can't guarantee you that he will accept work with you, but you can definitely send him a message at pauldixondesign.com. He is amazing at the work that he does. All right. So oh, yeah. So, Sarice, I'm already using OBS. Why Ecamm? Great question. So OBS is free. And as such, hey, David, go on mute. You're making noise. Shh. As such, free often comes with a little bit of, frustration. And that's true of any software or any product or anything.
Well, that's not accurate.
What? Generally speaking, it is.
Well,
like
it can
open
be,
source.
Like what a lot of people don't understand about OBS is like Facebook and stuff. There's a lot of big money backing OBS, so it's free, but it's paid for. It's a highly paid and highly developed product. But the problem is with audio things, it's just not as efficient. Because the thing that makes Ecamm more efficient on a Mac than OBS is the fact that they get access to split the load between the GPU and the CPU, whereas OBS doesn't. So you're gonna cash out or max out your CPU a lot faster with OBS than you will with less resources than you will with Ecamm.
And kind of where I was going with that as well is that you have like we see often that people, if they try and do too much with OBS, that it will cause problems, and that's why, because of what David just explained.
Yeah, and that can happen with Ecamm as well. I mean, it's the
Sure.
Macs are just not made. They just don't give you access to as much as you can get access to on a PC. So that's why, you know. But yeah, out of all of the software that you can use on a Mac, Ecamm is the most efficient.
Yes, and so that's why we recommend it. We see people having so much more or so much better results with it, and it's a very easy to use system. All right, Rev Eddie says, I have a PC multi-display setup and I swapped out my MacBook Pro, but my display adapters don't seem to work with Mac. Any suggestion on adapters for multi-display MacBook Pro setup? I'm gonna let you tackle that one, David. By the way, speaking of, if you're new around here, David is my partner at Live Streaming Pros, and I do Ecamm stuff tech-wise, but also he does more tech stuff, and so that's why he joins me sometimes and takes care of you. All right, did you hear that question, David?
Yes, I did, and you're just gonna have to, because you don't have, I don't know what Mac you have. Like, there's different MacBook Pros. Some of them have the old I/O, some of them have just the USB-C and Thunderbolt 3. So I have no idea what you have in order to. You're just gonna have to look for what kind of dongles or whatever that will work as display ports out of a Mac. So I can't really help that much on that question.
Did you cover your audio setup? So today's training was specifically about the differences between video options, webinars, live streaming, video conferencing, virtual summits, things like that. So I didn't really cover any of the tech stuff today. I'm actually using a Samson USB mic. It's the G-Track Pro, but you don't need such a fancy mic. It has a lot of bells and whistles, although it's not that much more than a USB Blue Yeti. So the Yeti Nano, the Yeti from Blue, or the Samson G-Track Pro, great options. That's all I'm using. Literally, I don't have anything fancy going on. It's just a USB mic. So. And I will be doing, I promise you guys this, I will be doing many more videos specifically about the tech setup. Okay. And I will walk you through my entire studio. I will show you exactly what we've got going on here, how we have it set up, what you need to know about all of the overlay graphics that we use, the countdown timers, all of that. I have some videos planned for you guys coming soon. But in the meantime, if you guys do want full-on training, and you can get that right here. That is a studio workshop where we walk you through everything. We show you a kit that basically gives you everything down to the last cable that you need, as well as diagrams so that you understand how to plug in, like what plugs into what goes where, and we show you the entire setup. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go to livestreamingpros.com/studio so that you can learn more. Yes. Yes. That is definitely something to be aware of. Michael, what do you recommend for creating motion graphics to be used during live streams for somebody who does not know how to use After Effects? Michael, my answer to you is to hire somebody. Here is the truth. We as creators and entrepreneurs tend to want to do everything ourselves. And I would much prefer you spend your time where you are brilliant at what you are brilliant at, and not waste your time trying to create something that you have no earthly clue how to do and that somebody else is going to be much better at doing. So in all honesty, and I'm going to be real honest here because a lot of people don't like hearing this. Graphics and the visuals, to me, are one of the most important things you can spend your money on. If you have just a little bit of money, you can hire a graphic designer to take care of your graphics for your brand. That is the front-facing part of your brand. That is what will showcase professionalism. That is what will attract people's attention. It will show them that you are caring about the way you are presented and about your brand, and that's attractive to new people. So it's honestly one of the best things that you can spend your money on, and most people don't. So when you do, you're going to stand out above the crowd. A little hard truth there for ya. Are you guys mad at me? Mike says, what type of cameras are you using? So I am actually using a Sony. What? I was about to answer that, dude. I'm using a Sony a5100 and a 56 millimeter lens, but I have a lot of space between me and my camera, and I have a lot of depth. What? The Sigma, sorry, Sigma 56 millimeter lens. David, what? F1.4. David uses a A60. Well, he uses a 6400, but you can use a 6100 to save some money. And then he has a Sigma 16 millimeter lens. His camera is actually closer. F1.4. His camera is like right on his desk. So it's really very close to him, but you can see if you actually go to, if you're not watching on the Live Streaming Pros channels, if you go to our videos, you can see his video setup. And that is actually what we would recommend more so than my lens. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, if you look at the difference between, I'm about 2 foot from my camera, Luria's about 8 feet from her camera, so that's why we use a 56 millimeter. Yeah. She uses a teleprompter.
Yeah. I don't use a teleprompter while live. I use them for bullet points, but not scripted. Please, I feel like I have to say that because people will actually try and script their live streams, and it's like a recipe for disaster. The lighting, again, my studio is a little different than what you probably will be dealing with. I have a 3 lighting setup. I have a ring light in front of the camera, but again, it's further away from me. And then I have 2 LED panels on both sides of me. And then I have a hair light because I'm a diva apparently. And that gives me a little bit of like this lighting halo effect, and it separates me from the background. So little tricks there. And Dave wants to know, how are you getting comments from YouTube and Facebook? Dave, that is the magic of live video software. Were you here when we were first talking? I talked about the 4 levels of live streaming. At a level, well, actually at a level 2, you can do comments as well. So depending on which service or software you're using, you can add those to it. And actually, I will just show you. I'm going to go into live demo mode again. Live demo mode. All right, so this is Ecamm. This is what I'm using today. And we have a completely free training course on how to set up Ecamm. And we go deeper dive inside of our workshop. But this is Ecamm. And literally it just pulls them. So I'm able to say add to broadcast, and then your name pops up on screen. And then I can click a button and remove that. So there you go. And let me get out of demo mode.
The pops are back on.
What? The pops can't be back on. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to send diagnostics. I just hit the send diagnostics button.
Don't send diagnostics live.
I didn't actually. I just hit the button. Sound effects are off. I don't know why you're getting that. Raul says, I can't find the dummy battery for the A6100. Isn't it not listed, but it actually is the same one? Because we actually link to that in our kit. Raul, aren't you in our workshop?
It is. It's just the N50. N50 is what you, it worked just, if you find the one for the A6400, the A5100, the A6000, the A6100, the A63, A64, A65, all of those use the same battery. It's not till you get up to the A66 that you need the Z battery.
I have no idea what good point you're referring to, but I'll take it. It's probably David's good point. Oh well, I'll take it anyway. Deb says, I'm using Ecamm Live Pro account. It's amazing and friendly. Latest version is awesome. Yes, it is. And you know what I love about Ecamm and vMix too, by the way. Both of these like teams, just freaking amazing. And like here at Ecamm, Glenn and Ken are just constantly trying to improve the software, just adding new features, listening to people. They're paying attention to you and what you need. And so that's one of my favorite things about Ecamm is how involved and how quick they are at adding features that are needed while not complicating the system. Because you know you don't want complicated. Steve, just a little late there. Little. How much is the software? Juan? So there's a free trial. You can go to livestreamingpros.com/ecamm, and right there is a button that gives you a free trial. All the links, by the way, are in the description. So click the link that I put in the description, and that has everything you need. And so, yeah, there are different versions for different levels or options of features that you might need or might not need, right? So just take a look at the pricing, but you do get a free trial so that you can try it out, use it, see if it's right for you. What is a cheaper equivalent of the same? This is a really inexpensive, David has worked really, really hard at finding you guys the best possible gear for the least expensive price, right? So he works really hard to find you this stuff. The thing is if you pay less on most gear, you're going to wind up with an issue here or there. David, in terms of lenses specifically, is there, are there problems with cheaper lenses?
I mean, it just depends. The thing is, like, Sigma is a generic brand. If you start going up into the Sonys with the equivalent like specs, it's going to be like the same equivalent lens can be like $2,000. So you just need to, just look at reviews, because yes, there are other lenses you can get that are slightly cheaper, but they have barreling effects, which makes it look like a fisheye lens kind of thing. There's other issues that can happen. So yeah.
There you go. Carolyn says, that's cool about the comments. You liking that, right? And that's the thing is when you actually set yourself up with a software that can do this, and we design everything that we put in. You can just have it natively and not do anything. But it's super simple. But it really adds a lot of engagement to your stream. People love to see their names up on screen. And it's not a vain thing. It's just a cool factor because you're actually having a conversation. And so it causes more interest in your stream. It also adds a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Blanking. It causes them to want to show back up again and again and again when you're actually talking to people and when they see their names up on screen, and it shows them that you care. Billy Mack says, link for the training on Ecamm. That's livestreamingpros.com/Ecamm. It has a series of videos that are completely free, no opt-in, nothing. And Ecamm also has a bunch of videos on their website as well. So you've got lots to go on there. New t-shirt idea. Bring back the pops. I love it. To have a virtual background with Ecamm, do you need a physical green screen? Yes, you do have to have a green screen. Beware, Lauren. Beware, Lauren. I'm getting there, David. Calm down. Okay, here's the perfect comment. So we are not big fans. So a lot of Ecamm users use green screen, and Glenn and Ken have done a good job at, making it super easy. But green screen doesn't necessarily play out well or professional with most people at the helm. Not because you're bad, just because you don't know what you're doing with it. So if you're going to use green screen, it needs to be something like completely goofy and off the wall like this. Like you want to have a
Yeah, I was just
dinosaur
talking
eating
about.
you.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, if anybody wants to see green screen done really well and in a very funny and humorous way, go over to Twitch and watch Doctor Disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
He does funny stuff with green screen.
Yeah. But for normal things, like this is not a green screen. This is a physical set. And we actually teach you how to create a background.
Go back and touch something back there.
Okay, I'm plugged in. Hold on. Oh, I can take this off completely. Hold on. Let me undress here for a second. All right. What? I just removed my robot. So yeah, this is all physical, and we love to teach you how to actually get a really great looking professional background with personality. So that's something to keep in mind. We have a free download on our website actually that helps you kind of start that process of thinking.
Where you got that robot.
What? I'm not going to put it back right now, dork.
That's not where you got that.
Let's see. I have an idea, Ryan says, that to start a video podcast and then use the audio from there and put it on Apple Podcasts. You can totally do that. Just make sure your audio is really good, and you can absolutely do that. Ecamm actually allows you, vMix as well, to download the or to record while you're live, and then you have that file, so you can do it that way as well. Do you wear all the facial makeup, or does proper lighting take care of the I'm dying look, Mark? That's a hilarious question. Well, I'm wearing a little bit of makeup, but I personally just hate makeup. I hate spending time in front of the mirror, so I wear as little as humanly possible. But in terms of like most people, you don't need any makeup. You can't, I mean, first of all, we love you as you are. Secondly, proper lighting will make you look good. If you feel uncomfortable, you can throw a little powder on or something. But it's, you want to feel good about yourself. So whatever it takes to make you feel good about yourself, but you don't need it, right? There are plenty of our students who go live without makeup. I go live without makeup all the time. It's just not necessary. So don't feel like you need to. Did he swear? David? You didn't, did you? All right.
I did not swear.
Okay.
I
Good.
didn't swear.
Good.
I blocked out 3 of the letters.
By the way, we are going live on a regular basis here on, so some of you are watching on the Live Streaming Pros pages, and some of you are watching on Ecamm's channels. And those of you who are watching on either know that every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific is the Ecamm/Live Streaming Pros show called Go Live Now. And we don't have anything officially like that says it like like this intro. That we are going to have something for Go Live Now that is Ecamm and LSP co-branded. But just know to show up every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific for more Ecamm awesomeness. Alex says, now that all the events have been shut down, my weekly news show is fully booked with people running for office and re-election. Are you guys, oh, wait, why? Local news show is fully booked with people running for office. You know what I saw, Alex? I saw a weather person, who had set up the green screen and all the camera equipment and everything in her living room. And it was pretty awesome to look at. Apparently they only needed one extra piece of gear than you would normally do for the weather, setup, that was really cool to see. Okay, guys. Who did my intro? Ryan. That would be the Mr. Magical Paul Dixon. Paul does everything. Nothing goes, except for today in my slides. Nothing gets done around here, visually speaking, without Paul doing it. and having his hands in it. So if you see something that doesn't look good, it's because either myself or David did it. Paul Dixon, pauldixondesign.com if you're interested in looking for a great graphic designer. That was hard to say. Okay, every Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. And we are...
Wow.
What?
What day is it?
I don't know. Honestly, because...
Do I find it harder?
What? Do I find what harder?
I have been finding it so hard to remember what day it is.
Well,
lately.
that's what I was about to say.
Like every single day is running together.
Because so ever since the crisis hit, right? So we added extra trainings, and so we are now going live every day, and we're just doing a tremendous amount, trying to help everybody, trying to provide these trainings to everybody, trying to make sure that you're taken care of. We're adding coaching calls inside of our workshop. We're doing extra trainings for people who are students. I mean, we're just like doing so much right now just to make sure that you are taken care of, that we're just kind of like loopy at this point. We don't know what day it is or what's going on. But by the way, we do have a pay what you can model at the moment. We're saying at the end of the month, it'll probably go away. We're playing this day by day, just like everybody is in the world right now. We can't leave it up there forever. So just so you know, that if you do want step-by-step training on how to do live video and how to get started quickly and how to have more professional live video, that is what that workshop is all about. That link is in the description, and I would love to see you in there. We're seeing so many people take really quick action, getting creative, and we did lower our price, and we also offered you the pay what you can model for those people who are actually struggling. And then some people are paying way more just to support other people who can't. And I just think that you guys are amazing. The community that is here in our world is just incredible, and we're really seeing that inside of our group coaching program that comes with this workshop of people taking care of each other, and that's really cool. It's a good support system right now. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this training was helpful. If you know somebody who's just getting into all this video stuff, then please do share this video with them. I'm going to trim off the Q&A and the beginning so that it's a really compact video for them to just sit down, watch, get the information, and get started. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you very soon. All right.